Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite standalone novels. The first one that I have is Made for You by Melissa Marr. I looked it up online and I didn't see any mention of a second novel, so I'm pretty sure this is a standalone, and I absolutely love this book. This book is about a girl named Eva, and she wakes up in a hospital and she doesn't really know what has happened to her, and she develops this weird ability to be able to see people's deaths, and all of these deaths keep occurring in a town that she lives in. It's a very, very good story. I highly recommend it, and I did a written review on my blog, so I will link that in the description below. If you're interested, please go check it out. The next book that I have is Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is about a girl named Samantha, and her best friend Cassie have disappeared, and then Sam somehow returns to the town where she once lived, and she's not sure what has happened to Cassie. So basically this story is about her trying to piece her life back together and figure out what happened, and apparently she is dramatically changed from when she ran away or whatever she did with Cassie, because some people are telling her that she was the mean girl and that her and Cassie did not get along at all. So this story is very compelling. I really enjoyed it and I recommend it. Actually, I recommend all of the books that I will be mentioning in this video, so I'm going to stop saying it now. The next one that I have is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and you guys know what this book is about. Most of you should. It's very, very good. It's a contemporary chick lit book. It's awesome. I love it. It's about a girl named Kath who ends up going to college, and she's trying to adapt to college life. She is obsessed with this character known as Simon Snow, which is kind of like our Harry Potter. And she writes a lot of fan fiction about this character, and it's about her life adapting to college, as I said, and meeting new people and her interactions with her roommate. It's really good. If you haven't read it, please check it out. The next book that I have is one that I don't ever see on BookTube, ever. I don't really know any booktubers that read this author, but it is Trust Your Eyes by Linwood Barclay. He is my absolute all-time favorite author. He writes suspense thriller novels, and this one is no exception. This book follows a guy who is schizophrenic, and he is obsessed with this program online known as World 360. It's kind of like Google Maps, I guess, where you can see things that are occurring, and you can pinpoint a certain street and watch people walking up and down the street, stuff like that. It's kind of like the world on camera. So he's all the time looking at World 360. He's completely obsessed with it. And while he is looking at World 360, he ends up seeing what he thinks is a murder. So this story basically follows that, and it's very interesting, especially because the main character is schizophrenic. I really enjoyed it. This is not the only Linwood Barclay book that I like. I actually like all of his novels, but this is probably one of my favorites besides No Time for Goodbye. So if you haven't checked out Linwood Barclay and you like suspense thriller, I would definitely check him out. He is becoming very popular very quickly, and he is a very good author. The next book that I have is Noggin by John Corey Whaley, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know what this book is about. It's about a boy who is, I think he's really, really sick. From what I remember, they freeze his head and, cryogenically freeze his head, and then he wakes up 5 years later and he's attached to someone else's body. So it's really weird and twisted and interesting, and I have never read anything like this before in my life, so it is very, very good. The next one that I have is probably really well known, and that is The Help by Kathryn Stockett. I absolutely adore this book and the movie as well. I found it to be very uplifting and very funny, and I connected with the characters very, very well. So if you haven't read this, you definitely should. The next one that I have is It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. Unfortunately, Ned Vizzini has since passed away, but this is a story about a boy who is committed to a psychiatric ward and about his relationships that he develops over time with different characters. And I think that a lot of the stuff that's in this book Ned Vizzini took from his own personal experiences. So if you are into psychology type books and things like that, I would definitely pick this one up. It's really, really good, and the cover looks like this because the main character has this obsession with maps and drawing out maps of people's brains, which is really cool. So yeah, this is a really, really good book. And the last one that I have is actually kind of a creepy book, and that is 172 Hours on the Moon. This book is very creepy. It is so good. It's about, I think, 3 kids that are selected to travel to the moon. What's really cool about this book is the 3 people that are chosen to go on the moon come from different places throughout the world. One of them is from Norway, one of them is from Japan, and one of them is from France. So that's really interesting. I've never read a story where the characters were so diverse. So if you're into that and you like to get scared very easily, I would definitely pick this one up. So that is it for my favorite standalones. I'm sure that there are more, but those are the ones that I found while, kind of skimming my shelves. So I can do another video if you want later on of some other standalones that are my favorites, but those are the ones that jumped out at me. So we're going to go with that for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these, and let me know what your favorite standalones are, because I may not have read them and I would love to check them out. As I said before, I will link the reviews that I mentioned down below so you can check that out if you would like, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Come on, you want to come up here? You can. Come on. Okay. Hey guys, today I'm going to be filming my favorite... Crap, what am I filming? This book is about... Will you stop spinning in there? And all of these deaths keep occurring in the town that she lives in. It's I highly recommend it, and by Johan... Is it Johan? I think it's Johan Harstad. Yes, I'm talking to myself. My dog is staring at me.